Come and have some hot soup, or you might just freeze.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Come and have some hot soup, or you might just freeze.
Today's no good for going out.
Come
Did
and
I
have
say
some
that
hot soup,
yesterday as
or you
well?
might just freeze.
हेलो व्हाट्स अप, लेट्स गो। तो कैसे हो सब लोग? आज अपन ल्यूए का एक्ट्री करेंगे। लुइस बोलने वाला था मैं, लॉल। द फ्लोटिंग प्लेस, लेट्स गो। इधर जाना है अपने को। तो ऑफलाइन में क्वेस्ट कर रहा था मैं। एआर बढ़ा लिया अपना, 28 कर लिया, ऑलमोस्ट 29 होने वाले। अदर देन दैट थोड़े बहुत अचीवमेंट्स हुए। चलो लेट्स कलेक्ट कर देता हूँ। ड्रैगन स्पाइन मैंने एक्सप्लोर किया बहुत सारा। उधर कोर्स वगैरह बनाने थे तो वो किया, बहुत कुछ भाई। ऑफलाइन ग्राइंड तो मस्त कर रहा था मैं। प्रीमोस वगैरह मिल गए। कमीशंस करने हैं, कमीशन के रिवॉर्ड्स क्लेम करने। रिवॉर्ड क्लेम कर लेते अपन पहले, तब तक मैं आपको बाद में बताता हूँ सब। एक सेकंड होल्ड। कुछ नहीं, ये दोस्त कॉल कर रहे थे। तो अदर देन दैट मैंने लीसा को अपग्रेड कर लिया लेवल 50, और कावे को देख रहा था बट उसके मटेरियल्स कम थे। और मैं ये वेपन शांगलिंग का बना है। एक क्वेस्ट था, वो क्वेस्ट में मेरे को ये 4 स्टार वेपन मिला, ड्रैगन स्पाइन स्फीयर। ये वेपन बना लियो, इसको भी लेवल 20 कर लिया।
Ad Astra Abyss.
चलो
Thank you for complete.
अपने कमीशन कलेक्ट करते, उतना एडवेंचर एक्सपी मिलता है। चलो अभी क्वेस्ट की तरफ।
Why not keep me company for a while?
लेट्स गो।
There'll be plenty of time for
चलो तक
work
क्वेस्ट करते हैं
later.
अभी। हाँ, लेट्स सी। अरे बहुत ऊपर जाना है। मे भी दूसरे साइड से जा सकता था क्या? माउंटेन चढ़ना ही पड़ेगा। तो इन लोगों को मार के जाते उतना मिलेगा। ये गरीब लोग। कौन बचा है अभी? यार ये गलती से सीधा बजाता है मेरा।
Nice and spicy.
जो है वो है उस। हाय ब्रो, ये ऊपर चढ़ के मर जा। 1 HP भाई, इन लोगों को अलग 1 HP सर्वाइव करने का रहता है।
Open sesame.
चलो ऊपर चढ़ना है यार, ये चढ़ाई एक अलग चीज। इधर से कर पाऊंगा क्या? आई डोंट थिंक इधर से हो पाएगा, थोड़ा घूम देखते हैं। लेट्स सी, इधर से प्रोबेबली अगर धीरे 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 करे तो। नहीं, लेट्स सी, देखते हैं धीरे धीरे। ये अटक गई, ऑलमोस्ट ऊपर आ गई वैसे तो। चलो अभी जंप करते। हाँ
Look up there. That's the Jade Chamber.
यस, हाउ डू वी गेट देयर भाई, मेन क्वेश्चन तो ये है। प्रीति तो बात की बात है।
This is
ऑटो ही
bad.
करते भाई, क्या टाइप
Paimon's
करूँ।
supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
यस
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
यस यस भाई, कुछ तो होगा। ऊपर देखते हैं क्या है। ओह फ्लावर, ये फ्लावर से उड़ के जाऊंगा।
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. No way! Just trust Paimon's instincts.
भाई इंस्टेंट तो नहीं। ट्राई यूजिंग मैकेनिज्म। भाई क्या मैकेनिज्म?
Sight clear.
ट्राई यूजिंग मैकेनिज्म भाई, मे बी मेरे को ये लगेगा। लेट्स सी, किधर है मेरा विंड लगेगा मे बी। ओ पंखे जैसा लग रहा है ना, घुमा के देखते।
There's still a long road ahead.
लेट्स सी। अरे जॉर्ड भाई, क्या ये दिमाग तो है भाई, इजी। वैसा पंखे जैसा दिखा, मेरे को लगा है भाई कुछ तो गड़बड़ है।
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why?
The way up shouldn't be secret, or
Or...
if it's a secret again.
Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh,
Hang on a
hang on
moment.
a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
भाई ये इसका तो अलग ही कुछ है। नो थैंक्स
Oh,
भाई, कुछ भी भाई, मतलब
This
ऐसा
method does seem a bit unsafe.
पत्थर ऊपर फेंक रही है मेरे को।
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
ये अलग बंदी भाई, तो चेस्ट ले ले। भाई कुछ नहीं मिला कि बाकी सब नीचे गिरी है। स्कैम है भाई, स्कैम। हेलो हेलो रंगा, हेलो 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 हेलो, कैसे हो? सब मजे में? इधर कुछ तो है। जियो लगता है इसमें, जियो कैरेक्टर यार बाद में लेता हूँ, अभी फिर से स्वैप करना पड़ेगा जियो कैरेक्टर। टाइम पास। ये सब कैरेक्टर थोड़ी पार्टी में रख सकता हूँ अभी, ये भी रखो वो भी रखो, टाइम पास। अरे यार इधर के बंदे कभी मारना पड़ेगा। हेड ओवर तो मारने नहीं, ये तो एनपीसी है।
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
वी आर जस्ट पासिंग थ्रू। हेलो बॉस।
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like... No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along.
मारेंगे
She
भाई।
pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us.
Quite sure that's
Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come.
लेट्स गो। मारेंगे रुको। अरे यार
Out of the frying pan.
अरे उल्टा क्यों दे वो उसका बस
Take the target alive!
टारगेट अलग राइट। ट्राई टू टेक अ लाइफ भाई।
Attack!
Boba, get them.
भाई बच्चा कुछ काम कर नहीं है।
Destroy it!
हेड बच्चा।
Which way?
ये देखो ये अलग नशेड़ी।
Disappear!
Take the target alive!
एंड इट। अभी ये नीचे गिर गया। ऊपर आ जा भाई। हाँ ऊपर आ जा, क्या टाइम पास कर रहा है नीचे।
Into the fire.
Who goes there?
ये
Attack!
इलेक्ट्रो चार्ज।
Take the target alive!
Nice and spicy.
नाइस एंड स्पाइसी। देखो कभी कभार बंदे को एम ही नहीं कर, वो टाइम पास करता है बस। वो पीछे पीछे उसको नहीं मार रहा, वो दूर वाले को मार रहा है। एम भी गंदा है उसका।
Come a little closer.
मैं कावे को उलट ऊपर डाल दिया। वो मेरा मेन डीपीएस था कावे, तो मैं पार्टी से निकाल दिया। मारा फॉल डैमेज से भी ये पूरा चढ़ के आएगा इधर से। हेलो देयर, हेलो हेलो म्यू। टैक्टिकल रिट्रीव। हाँ ऐसा नहीं हार गए, टैक्टिकल रिट्रीव।
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kaching.
Kaching.
These two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
कचिंग।
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the
Kaching.
Yuhong of the Qixing.
ये कुचिंग।
I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
यस यस।
Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
ओ
The
इलेक्ट्रिक कैट।
Guizhong ballista in Tianheng
electric
Pass
cat
has
ही
long
भाई।
been in disrepair.
किटी किटी।
And yet, it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So
ये भी
this was
प्लेबल
all a
कैरेक्टर है लग रहा है.
misunderstanding? Paimon
मेरे को
never
मिला
would
नहीं
have
अभी तक.
thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was...
We only read a tiny part of
Eh? Oh, right. So...
my account now only AR-15 with Kiki and Jean. Kichi and Jean, अच्छा.
Just call me
मेरा
Kochi.
अभी हो गया.
I'd say that Ningguang's
28 हो गया
purpose
मेरा.
is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance.
अभी कर रहा हूँ आराम आराम से. आराम से तो नहीं, मतलब ऑफलाइन में ग्राइंड चल रहा है.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti.
कल AR
They would
लेवल अप ही कर रहा
protect
था,
Liyue as well.
इसलिए स्ट्रीम नहीं किया.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way.
Yes, yes.
This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized
My account
of
only
them.
3 days of operation and I lose 3 hours to get from. Oh, heavy grinding क्या?
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here.
I lost 3
The
hours to
time of
get
the
from.
Adepti
हाँ
has
ठीक है.
long passed.
स्टार्टिंग के
Even
AR
the
जल्दी जल्दी
Liyue
हो रहे थे
Qixing
मेरे
don't
भी.
want to face that
बाद
truth.
में साइड क्वेस्ट करो,
And what
वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट
future
करो.
is there for Liyue?
28 के लिए तो भाई कितने वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट करने पड़े मेरे को.
Another super bold
जो दिख रहा है वो कर
statement.
रहा हूँ मैं. टाइम पास.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much.
My main.
But you're a
Oh,
good listener,
nice.
traveler.
एंड
You
गेम
should
प्लेयर हो
both be
मतलब.
off to the Jade Chamber. Don't
मैं
be
तो अभी
late
नया ही
though.
चालू किया है. मेरे को तो
Ningguang's schedule is
कैरेक्टर्स भी
packed to
पता
the
नहीं
gills
आते.
all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's
दोस्त खेलते हैं भाई.
mercantile crop
बोलते
also
हैं
is
90
sending to the
70
Jade
कितने तो
Chamber
कैरेक्टर
as
है
the
भाई. इतने
greatest
कब
honor.
मिलेंगे कब नहीं.
Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or
होप में भी
anything,
जल्दी पहुंच जाओ
just
50 तक.
to respect Liyue's culture.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first.
Yes, please.
You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and...
So I
Well
want.
then. May we meet again, traveler.
The main account goes wrong,
That
so I
Yuehai
wanna
may
remake.
not
अच्छा.
respect the gods,
Lol.
but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang? Oh, right.
स्टार्टिंग में तो
Paimon
मिस्टेक होता ही
dreamed
है.
of an amazing
स्टार्टिंग में
snack
इतना
last
नॉलेज ही
night.
नहीं होता. अब मेरे को भी किधर पता है.
Sugar-frosted slime.
मेरे को चैट जो
Paimon
बोलती है
has a
मैं वो
feeling
करता
that
रहता.
it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why
तो
don't we
हाफ
go
ऑफ टाइम
with
तो
that
भाई तुम लोग
parade?
बोलते हो कैसे खेलो. मेरे को कुछ रैंडम आइडिया नहीं रहता.
But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka.
बूम शाकालाका.
Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one.
भाई अभी
Now
फिर
that
से
we'll our
कुछ तो
riches.
बनाने बोलेंगे यार. कल के स्ट्रीम में, परसों के स्ट्रीम में ये कुछ तो बनाया था. भाई फिर से कुछ तो बनाने बोलेगी. कंटाला आता है भाई. ये बना वो. बस ये भाजी now that my account using Chichi with Heartbeat of Down R5 AR50 Chichi crit rate above 39. ओह बिल्ड क्रिट बिल्ड कर रहे हो? मैं क्रिट बिल्ड वगैरह कुछ किया ही नहीं अभी
Ooh,
तक.
look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the
Slime.
one.
मिल गया. चलो फिर इधर से मेरे को बिल्ड भी करने. मैं लीसा पे आई थिंक क्रिट बिल्ड है. मेरे को पता नहीं वगैरह इतना नहीं देखा हूँ मैं. तो कम आर्टिफैक्ट्स नहीं इतने अच्छे बिल्ड करने के लिए.
Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh?
मे बी इन फ्यूचर जब अच्छे आर्टिफैक्ट मिले तो.
It seemed like it came from those ruins over there.
भाई किसको तो जकड़ के रखा है.
It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
यार अभी इनको मारना पड़ेगा.
There's no end to this.
ये जल्दी जल्दी मार देता हूँ. ये टाइम पास.
Direct assault.
डायरेक्ट असॉल्ट. हाँ वही चालू है. डायरेक्ट असॉल्ट ही चालू है मेरा भी. कौन बचा है क्या? कोई तो बचा. अरे पीछे देखो. पीछे छुप के बैठने.
Boba, get them.
क्या है? तो कोई इसको मार के आता है. एक सेकंड रुकना.
You're open.
यू आर ओपन and you are dead bro. You can show all your character. I can help you choose team a little bit. अच्छा as such रुको मैं दिखाता हूँ. as such इतने कैरेक्टर्स नहीं है. मेन तो मैं ये टीम यूज़ करता हूँ. I'll show. ये कावे ये मेरा मेन
Need a
टीम है.
hand?
लाइक मैं हाइपर ब्लूम यूज़ करता हूँ. मतलब नहीं मेरे को ठीक से करना नहीं जमता इतना. ये मैं हाइपर ब्लूम यूज़ करता हूँ बारबरा कावे और लिसा से. अभी समझ ही रहो. बाकी कैरेक्टर एज सच तो यही है. फिशल मिली है. फिशल को मेरे को बिल्ड करना है. फिशल और इसके लिए समझ गेले सर. याव 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 अच्छे लोग बोलते हाइपर ब्लूम के लिए. तो मे बी फिशल और याव याव से टीम स्वैप करना है. और बाकी इतने कैरेक्टर है फिलहाल. तो देखते इन फ्यूचर अच्छा करेंगे.
Thank you.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I don't think Shanling is good choice. You
Don't worry.
should choose
I
a
will
fischl
compensate
to
you
make your team recharge faster. अच्छा
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you.
शांगलिंग मैंने
I'm
ऐसे ही
Mung Tan,
डीपीएस के लिए रखा
a
है. मारने के
supplier
लिए
for Mingxing
मैं
jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often
ओवरलोड
walk
करते
around those
बैठता हूँ
mountains in
टाइम
search
पास
of
के लिए.
antiques. I never
लीसा और
expected
उसे.
that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same
अच्छा
ruins
फिशल
that
से
I
क्या
had.
ट्राई करता हूँ मैं
Before I
बिल्ड
go,
करने का
is
फिशल
there
से.
anything that you lack? Antiques.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
मैं सोच ही रहा था लीसा के बदले फिशल को
What
सॉल्व
might
करूँगा.
that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
शुगर फ्रॉस्टेड स्लाइम. कौन खाएगा ये शुगर फ्रॉस्ट? कुछ भी खाना है भाई. हील करके जाता हूँ पहले. लेट्स सी. मैं स्वैप मेरे को कैरेक्टर्स अनलॉक करने हैं भाई. अब मैं टेम्पररी ये यूज़ कर रहा हूँ, मे बी इन फ्यूचर देखते हैं। मुझे फिशल अच्छी लगी वो क्रो का एबिलिटी, मैं यूज़ करके देखा उसे, ट्राई करते।
Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him.
इट्स ओके, इट्स ओके।
Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
ओ बाप रे,
It's already...
Yep. It's great!
इतना एक्सपेंसिव भाई?
Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
भाई ये क्या वो कर रही है?
Done! The one and only sugar frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
भाई कौन खाने
Oh,
वाला है
yes.
इसका डिश भाई?
You
इसको ही
might want
बता।
to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
भाई मेरे को तो नहीं लग रहा
Now
ब्यूटीफुल।
that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
निंगवांग, चलो। इसके आधे नेम से मेरे को प्रोनाउंस करने को नहीं जमते, एक से एक खतरनाक नेम है बंदों के। मैं फिर से गलत रास्ते से जा रहा हूँ, बट लेट्स सी। दीवार टापने में अलग मजा है इंस्टेड ऑफ सीधा रास्ता जाने। आई थिंक इधर से चढ़ती है, एक बार ट्राई किया था, आई डोंट नो, लेट्स सी। नहीं चढ़ती, नेवर माइंड दे। चाइनीज एक्शन, हाँ क्या है, जापानीज बोलो क्या फिर? चाइनीज जापानीज भाई, तुम रेसिस्ट बोलोगे फिर मेरे को, और मैं बोला एक है तो। लियुए का नेम बड़े अजीब है, हाँ एक्चुअली। भाई बहुत अजीब है। अब जो कचिंग या कुछ तो आई थी, कचिंग भाई तो मस्त ना है। यो, अरे ये देख, वुडन खटोला
The Kuching.
ना, आई मीन चाइना से इंस्पायर्ड है ना। हाँ
Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
ये सब
Yes.
ओ मेरे
How
को लगा
many would
गुस्से
you
से
want?
देख रहा था भाई, मेरे को लगा
It's
मारेगा।
not convenient to speak of numbers.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Ah, yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
यस यस आई एम।
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuang. What's going on here?
आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन हियर, बट आई डोंट केयर। तो अरे सीधा ऊपर आ गया यार, एनिमेशन तो दिखाते ऊपर जाने का। ओ भाई टांगे, इंट्रोडक्शन तो
I've
टांगे।
been waiting
Oof,
for you,
it's-
returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
अरे चलेगा, चाइना से
Oh no,
इंस्पायर्ड, ठीक है।
it's nothing.
इट्स माय फर्स्ट टाइम कमिंग टू दिस
This
प्लेस।
palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been
Liyue.
gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And
भाई
since
like कर दो
becoming
यार,
the
जो भी नए हो
Tianquan, I
यार।
have spared no effort in hiring the
इतना
best
कर रहे हैं भाई, like
craftsmen
भी
to
कर दो।
constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One
ये
day,
क्या फ्लेक्स कर रही
I
है भाई?
believe it will overshadow all 7
भाई
nations.
कुछ ज्यादा ही।
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. who spoke highly of you. As
ओ
such,
जीन
I
भाई,
have been putting
जीन तो
eyes
तारीफ
and
करती है
ears
हमारी
out
भाई,
ever since you reached Liyue.
को तो कितनी मदद की है.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Yes.
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
वो जोंगली भी.
At the Guizhong
हाँ,
Ballista,
nice.
yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little
It's beautiful
difficult from
for-
this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Fishing said that fishing will not wish ill.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Okay. चलो फिर क्या मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है? ओ भाई ये देखो भाई, चाल देखो दीदी की. इधर से गिरा तो फिर से ऊपर नहीं आ पाऊंगा, ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है मेरे को? हेलो. टाइम पास नहीं करते बात करते. हाँ तो क्या मसला था
I
आपका?
believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Only bracket
Many
of
gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost.
okay.
In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You
वो
can see Goyun Stone Forest from here.
वो
I trust.
वेंटी वॉर जीती
It
थी,
is no
देख के
natural
लगता तो
rock
नहीं उसको.
formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to
उस
seize
दिन
the
एक कोई तो
title of
बुक्का मार,
Archon.
यही बुक्का मार के गई थी ना?
Not
नहीं
only
ये
is
नहीं,
it
वो
true that gods may
पेटुई के
die,
बंदे बुक्का
but
बिक्का मार
so
के गए
too
थे और
has
वो
the
जीती थी.
membership of the 7
वॉर हुआ
changed over the
बाकी
last
गॉड
2
से.
millennia. Rex Lapis's
क्या
passing
बोलूं
is
मैं?
an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis?
हाँ सिंगूरा हाँ.
When that time
भाई
comes, the relationship
बढ़िया
between the
गॉड है
people of
भाई.
Liyue and the gods and Adepti will
बूढ़े हो
surely
गए.
be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
वाह हाइड द स्क्यूवी आज.
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard.
You were there.
You were there.
Yes,
You,
yes.
no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Traveler. It's him. It's him, isn't it?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
हमको भी बताओ भाई, दोनों आपस में. हेलो.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Okay, ठीक है. भाई it's him कर दिया भाई, हमको भी बताओ यार. तो प्लेस तो मस्त बना है भाई. जेनहाई. ओके जेनहाई. भाई दरवाजा देखते ही चढ़ना चालू कर देती बंदी. नहीं चढ़ाई की क्या हाल.
What a huge hall!
भाई
I've
वाओ.
never seen such a fancy place before.
ओ माय गॉड भाई, क्या इंटीरियर. ओहो हो पेंटिंग्स. और ये डाउन। हो घर के अंदर स्विमिंग पूल है, मतलब फिश पॉन्ड जो भी बोलते हैं भाई, फिर भी नाइस। पैसा तो है, रुको पहले ये उठाने दो, क्या क्या है। जो दिखता है वो उठा लेने का, फिर बातें करने का।
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Well, between your orthodoxy and her orthodoxy, I'd go with Kuching and her skepticism of divine. Nah,
You'd pick Kuching?
I had a feeling.
I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
I summarize that the Fatue has hanged in the rumors.
Indeed. It
Yes,
seems
yes.
that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning.
Yes.
I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
So does
So, does that include us?
seriously.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
How about this?
How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Oh, क्या लूँ?
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for.
इसको ये अलग गोल्ड डिगर है?
Let's grab one, the biggest one.
गोल्ड डिगर कहीं की भाई?
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. La 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 la.
Let's see.
Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh.
You really think?
So? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're... before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good.
Oh, 29 million. Notices. Story quest unlock events. अच्छा इसका माविका का इवेंट आ गया. ओह नाइस. ये आने वाला था ना. नाइस नाइस. खोलते देखते. और दूसरा मेल क्या है? अच्छा मेरे पास कितने? अरे ये देखा था मेरे पास 233 है. मैं एक विश कर सकता हूँ तो कल ही करते हैं. अपडेट आ गया है अब. 1-2 दिन में आएगा मैंने. अच्छा कब एक्सपायर हो रहा है ये? अभी हाँ 14 आवर्स में एक्सपायर हो रहा है. 14 आवर्स में आएगा. मे भी देखते हैं. कल विशेस वगैरह मांगेंगे. पहले विशेस कलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. मेरे 50 के अराउंड विश हो गए शायद. हाँ 50 के अराउंड विश हो गए मेरे. और मे भी ज़्यादा खोलूँगा तो 5 स्टार के चांसेस मिल ले. काश मेरे को मिल जाए. उसका बाइक में देखा भाई रील्स वगैरह में. भाई मस्त है उसका बाइक. मेरे को भी चाहिए वैसा बाइक. उधार में नहीं. अच्छा नहीं आता क्या? अरे यार मेरे को लगा वो एम्प्टी होता है थोड़ा. अच्छा मेरे को लगा वो वैलोरेंट जैसा एक बंडल गया सीधा दूसरा बंडल. आते रहो आते रहो. इनका थोड़ा अलग है मे बी. फिर वैलोरेंट कैसा भाई सीधा बैनर गया. एक बैनर गया नहीं दूसरा बंडल. देखते ट्राई करते हैं तब तक. फिर मैं ये जमा करने का ट्राई करता 2-3 दिन में विशेष और ज़्यादा. फिर देखते हैं मिलता है क्या अपने को. मिल गया तो मज़े ही. बाइक पे घूमेंगे मस्त. ये ऐसा भागने दौड़ने की मेहनत ही नहीं. अरे वो तो झाड़ियाँ थी. हेड टू द लोकेशन मार्क ऑन द पेपर.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
अरे यार करना है दबा भाई. Action cannot be performed during combat.
Nice and spicy.
Overload. पानी 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 पानी. मर जा भाई. पानी है ना सब. यार एक नीचे है. नीचे वाले को मारना पड़ेगा. यार टाइम पास भाई. इधर है बंदा है. बहुत बंदे इधर. अभी क्या ही कर सकते.
Come at me.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Sight clear. Breaking new ground.
Breaking new ground. Let's go.
Come at me.
झाड़ियाँ भी आ गए.
Out of the frying pan.
Sight clear.
भाई एंड भाई सब मर गए. सब आधा एचपी पे. कैसे भाई मर गए ना.
Come at me.
आ गए आ बजा
Sight clear.
Nice and spicy.
भाई ये इलेक्ट्रिक वाला नहीं क्योंकि मेरा मेन इलेक्ट्रिक ही मारती है पे वो काम ही नहीं करता है भी वाटर मारता हूँ फिर और क्या ही कर सकता हूँ
Scanning.
Come a little closer.
Boba, get them.
बोबा गेट देम वो बोबा देख किधर मार रहा है वो बोबा देखो नहीं देखो देखो साला कुछ काम का नहीं हो
Sight clear.
गुस्सा आता है बे उस पे लिटरली गुस्सा आता है कभी कभी कुछ काम का नहीं वो बंदा एजिट कुछ काम का नहीं बंदे के सामने लिटरली मार डाला उसे वो अपोजिट साइड मार रहा है मतलब क्या बोलूं मैं ये जाड़ा
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. What are they for?
Copying
I
the
haven't seen
pattern
this
of
pattern
talisman.
before. But oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child?
suspicious
Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic.
yes
Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew. And the plot thickens.
yes
We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure.
yes
Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Lisu. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon!
go भाई let's go चलो अभी किधर जाना है 500 मीटर चलो ये चालू हो जाएगा इसके ज़्यादा पास गया तो साइड से निकल लेते आराम से जाने का कुछ टेंशन नहीं ओ जोंगली कैसे हो भाई
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
yes
What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Kuching then?
कोचिंग
What did she have to say?
कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं इसका नेम
He said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intent. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
यस भाई
The Jade
अपना
Chamber's
घर क्यों
only
देना भाई
second. What's the most
Why, Mora, of course.
मेक सेंस
all Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
यार फिर से
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the way out here?
ये
Isn't
ढूंढो
the
वो
garden
ढूंढो
in you? Oh, right. Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But
अच्छा
I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
you mean you need to pick them up
No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
यार sing बिंग
So
नहीं
how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon bloom?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
ये अभी ये गाएगा ये तो बाकी था अबे एक तो ये पसंद नहीं भाई तो चलो चले आगे 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 आगे
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
गंदा
What
अरे
happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
वो तो मैं अग्री करूंगा
Don't be such a brute.
अरे अरे ये क्या मार रहा है ये
Come on, we can do it.
टाइम पास कर रहे हैं बस ये लो मर जाओ टाइम पास केंद्र डाई 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 इनका एचपी कितना है मेरे को वो है एचपी नहीं खत्म हो रहा बंदों का
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
कितना एचपी है इन बंदों का अरे क्या मार रहे बस ऐसा दंग 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 मर जा
Scanning.
Scanning. End.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flower put up
This
for
little monster is known as a whopper flower.
whopper flower.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so
So
excuse
lame.
me.
Ganyu.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Yes.
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Yes, it was our fault one.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
I guess I really did forget to tell them.
जी भाई
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's
Ganyu.
acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Yes,
You
yes.
came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Oh.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Oh, अच्छा.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This
Aye.
means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700
अभी
years
इनको
ago.
भी नया गॉड ढूंढना
The
पड़ेगा
city
फिर.
has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh?
Did you say as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean.
Oh.
Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Wow.
After the war ended,
ये
I signed
लगती
a
नहीं भाई.
contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Oh बाप रे भाई.
Let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze
Almost
lilies?
मतलब
I also
2000
know
से
where
पुरानी.
wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
दे दो.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact,
Local
I sang a local
lily.
Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gun.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies,
You seem
I
to be
think this
suited
was a
to working
fitting
in
end to our
agriculture.
tasks.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Lee.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, so you must be careful to take the time to step
कितना
back
बड़ा करता है
and
ये.
re-examine yourself. If left,
Wow.
कंटाला आता है सुनने में इतना
Joey
बड़ा
sounds
बड़ा.
like he's already seen it all. All right, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
तो लियो यहाँ. 600 meter. I'll just heal up a little bit, then we can go. कभी भी बैटल के लिए रेडी रहना चाहिए. अचानक से आ गए भाई, क्या भरोसा. Well prepared हमेशा.
Huh? What happened? Fatui?
मारामारी होने वाली है इधर.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet,
and what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Childe's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something real. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Follow me. Let's go. देखते. 500 मीटर दूर फिर से. ये रास्ता पिन क्यों किया है? मेरे को ये जानना है. उधर टीपी नहीं है. जी भाई, तो चल के जाओ इधर. भाई यार, अरे इधर से इतना चल के जाऊँ अभी. सीरियसली यार. एक टीपी दे देते हैं यार पास. तो उड़ के जाता हूँ अभी. क्या चलने से अच्छा उड़ना प्रेफर करूँगा. चलो भाई, आ गए भाई. उड़ते उड़ते आ गए. थोड़ा सा फॉल डैमेज बट वी टेक दैट. सर भाई इधर मारामारी करना है. डंजन क्यों दिया यार? टाइम पास.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so
भाई वो पैसा देख रहा है.
This is where all of
पैसा देखो.
Mora is minted, right? In that case, oh, so it's a trap. Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look. Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too
Paisa,
quiet.
paisa.
Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Millilith.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
चलो मारा मारी होने वाली है इधर। ये इतना बड़ा स्टेज बना है, कुछ तो मारा मारी तो होगी। तो ये डेड बॉडी। हेलो ब्रो, नहीं बहन है तो। कुछ तो मारा मारी होगी इधर, लग रहा है मेरे को। मनी मनी यस।
Your task as guides. So why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
Who's there?
If you were
Childe.
Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense.
Hiding away, Exuvia. Haha.
The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to say. I won't allow.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? Okay, आजा 1v1.
Looking for trouble, huh?
1v1 करेंगे,
You
आजा.
could say that.
Anytime.
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her action. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again.
Oh, so you intend to fight me?
Yes.
Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle.
आजा भाई,
Besides,
any day.
You could never defeat me, not even in your
Could never
wildest
defeat you.
dreams.
You are completely
But hey,
delusional.
try to relish the fight anyway. Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see.
आजा. Any day.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
भाई इसको तो एक ही
Get them!
खेल अल्ट.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
कुछ बोल रहा था ये?
Nice and spicy!
कुछ बोल रहा था?
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Let the show
You've got
begin.
a trick or two. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
ये
Boba, get them! Help! We did it!
भाई इसका डैश डैश एक काउंटर होता है, दूसरा काउंटर नहीं होता.
All you do is run.
All you do is run. तू क्या कर? कुछ बोल रहा था? अरे उसको हराया था मैं.
Your swordsmanship is
मैं
quite
कैसे पीछे आ गया?
But That's about as far as you'll get.
भाई ये गेम रिक्ड है भाई. ओ जियो पावर्स आ गए इसमें.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now.
वो उसने पहले गायब कर दिया होगा.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
आजा. और इसमें डबल एलिमेंट है इसके पास. हाइड्रो और इलेक्ट्रो का. ओहो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. ए इवेंगेलियन सस्ता. ओहो तारता गेली या क्या नाम था. पढ़ने भी नहीं देता भाई. रूट तो कूल है भाई, कुछ भी बोलो. रूट तो मस्त है, मेरे को चाहिए भाई. पाइमोन बचा उससे. ये खुद आराम से उड़ते उड़ते आता है. उफ उफ भाई सूट में को उसका लुक जो दिया है भाई, क्या मस्त लुक दिया है. कुछ भी बोलो.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
मेरे को जरा
Take it? Let's dance. La 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 la.
ला बारबरा.
Come a little close.
कम अ लिटिल. अरे यार क्या मार रहा है ये.
Nice and spicy.
नॉट इफ आई डॉज इट ना.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
भाई ये देखो भाई, ये बच्चा देखो भाई. इसका बच्चा मेरे को ट्रिगर.
I'll protect us.
कुछ काम का नहीं है इसका. सुनामी. ओहो डॉल्फिन. भाई डॉल्फिन मेरे को भी चाहिए वो डॉल्फिन.
Die here.
शिट शिट शिट. भाई मेरे को चाहिए वो डॉल्फिन. बार ब्रत ब्लूम मारा. ब्लूम मारते ही बंदे का.
Come at me.
ब्लूम मारो भाई. हाइपर ब्लूम मारते एंड हेलो दिमाग से.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I'm gradually restoring my former power.
You
Yes.
already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
क्या
Even
मस्त
if our
मारा बट कुछ
friendship
भी
can
बोला
only
सर.
be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to
उसका
make
डॉल्फिन
friends.
अटैक मस्त था, मेरे को वो पसंद है.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that
Because
the
I am
Gnosis
always
wasn't taken
living,
by anyone,
leveling
we
up.
must look
Yes.
once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the
Solo
Exuvia to
leveling,
begin with.
solo grind only.
In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lap is still alive.
Yes, it appears so.
Yes.
Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such,
Solo grinder है
we must
भाई.
now look to our backup
हमेशा
plan.
level up करते रहने का.
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
कौन सा god?
A god?
Osial, overlord of the vortex.
Ooh, who was defeated by
Morax,
Morax.
the Geo-Archon in the
Huh.
Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since.
अच्छा तो एक god को
If
दफना
such
के
an
रखा था.
ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared
Prepare the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
I saw your research video on my.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research.
अच्छा मतलब
With the power of
ओरिजिनल भी
so
नहीं
many
दिया मेरे
sigils
को.
of permission
भाई
concentrated
क्या
in one
बंदे भाई,
place,
छी भाई.
along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Oh ho 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 ho. Oh. Hype hype. ये वो पोकेमोन जैसा लग रहा है, कायोग्रे पोकेमोन था ना, उसके जैसा लग रहा है ना.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
It's भागो.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Oh ho ho. Oh, क्या tentacles क्या है ये? The elemental reaction. When Dendro meets Hydro, resulting reaction will Dendro cause. भाई पता है भाई. Paimon exhausted.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing?
अरे श्याओ कैसा है? हेलो हेलो कैसे हो? अब अरे लेट आ गए भाई. अभी जस्ट वो चाइल्ड को मारा मैं.
Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
थोड़ा फाइट मिस हो गया भाई.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh ho ho.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
प्लान तो बन रहा है.
Just seeing this overlord of the vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not
परसों तो
just
नया
you.
अपडेट आ रहा है.
We've
हाँ.
got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago
Against enemy.
enemies like that thing?
पर वो वेंटी जीती थी. परसों अपडेट आ रहा है. देखते. मावी का. मैं ट्राई करूंगा भाई मावी का निकालने का.
Gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is
Not necessarily.
not necessarily.
हाँ?
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think
ये फाइट मुझे समझ नहीं आया था. अच्छा.
Could.
Paimon.
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their
ट्रायल
fancy.
करके देखना पहले. हाँ.
And as fate would have it, one who did
कुछ
craft
तो अलग
the
करना
Guizhong
था और
ballista
मैं
with
बस
one's own hands
मार खा रहा था. देखते हैं अभी
For
क्या
how
होता है.
could you mortals ever learn of adepti mechanisms?
देखते हैं. मैं ट्राई करता हूँ समझने का. Let's see.
It would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god.
अच्छा.
All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle
Begins now. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh ho ho. ताकत देखो बंदी का. हो भाई 4 स्टार. हाँ भाई 4 स्टार लग तो नहीं रही भाई जैसे देख रहे. इमेजिन यू कैन डू दिस एंड स्टिल अ 4 स्टार. लॉल भाई इतना पावरफुल भाई 4 स्टार लग तो नहीं रही. मैंने वो जोंगली का ट्रायल लिया था उससे तो ये खतरनाक लग रही जोंगली के ट्रायल से.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too.
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
भाई अभी बारिश गिर रहा है क्या पता नहीं मेरे को. और बारिश गिर रहा है तो क्योंकि इनबिल्ड हाइड्रो आ रहा है तो मेरे को अच्छा है इनबिल्ड हाइड्रो. नाउ वेक अप कॉज शी इज. हाँ लॉल इधर है भाई. नाउ वेक अप कॉज शी इज. अच्छा अच्छा. बाय बाय. टंग 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 टंग. जल्दी जल्दी आओ यार क्या कर रहे हो. 2 ओपी तो हो भाई. क्या हो रहा है. ओहो मेरे को मार.
Be careful not to get hit.
ओके बी केयरफुल नॉट टू. वो बोले बी केयरफुल नॉट टू हिट और पहला हिट में ही.
Let the show begin.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
भाई ये इलेक्ट्रिक वाला नहीं मरता भाई मेरे से हमेशा का ही
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Children?
Going out is tiring.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time Julian cursed. Whoa! It's Madame Ping's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
अच्छा not breaking a sweat
You're in for a
मैं
little
not breaking a sweat
Come a
फिर
little closer.
यार ये उधर में दूर में इतना दूर दूर क्यों है भाई पास आओ ना पास आओ यार क्या कर रहे हो इतना दूर दूर क्यों हो
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
भागो 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 मर गया
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
अरे कुछ हर्ट
Once
नहीं
you've
पावर
adapted,
तो
try to use them in battle.
मर गए क्या है बे
You're
क्या है
in for
तेरा
a little shock.
सारा घर का
Try not to enjoy this too much. Come a little closer.
क्या है बे मैं हूं ना सामने मेरे को छोड़
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
बाय बाय इधर 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 अरे ध्यान ही नहीं
Try not to enjoy this too much.
एक साथ 3 देखना मुश्किल है बट इम्पॉसिबल
Come a little closer.
कम अ लिटिल क्लोजर भाई अल्ट फार्म है भाई कावे टाइम
Come at me.
Let's spark things up a little.
Scanning.
वो हाइपर ब्लूम में दो स्टेटस डालने से अच्छा मैं एक स्टेटस में मर रही है तो कावे का इतना जरूरत ही नहीं है
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
कावे इतना ओके ही है उससे अच्छा लीसा का ओपी है उसके अल्ट में वो स्टेटस ही डालते हैं बैठते बस
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves.
एंड भाई एंड इजी डॉल्फिन नहीं whale है. Meteorites. Water meteorites. ठीक है. मरे मरे मरे. Thank you for your help.
Be careful now.
Yes, yes.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have
another
idea.
दो idea दो.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
Kid भाई.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh, final attack. Hype. Oh. सस्ता न्यूक्लियर. भाई बेचारी ने इतना मेहनत करके बनाया था, चला गया था. सैड लाइफ, पर क्या ही कर सकते. गया हो गया.
Is it finally over?
I guess.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Surely.
Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
अरे बुढ़िया.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Yes.
To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat, but that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Well, all on the name side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as although I am a mere mortal soldier. I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
We are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
It must
be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to
Oh.
Liyue Harbor.
कितना aftermath बहुत है इसका.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Oh ho ho.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between human— Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea.
टेलीपोर्ट चल के कौन जाता है भाई?
Yeah, where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
वांगशांग फ्यूनरल पार्क चलो. चलो.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
भाई टाइम पास भाई. इधर से उधर भागो अभी. देर भाई. Enter the Northland Bank. Let's go.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed— Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you!
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
भाई ये एक प्लेबल कैरेक्टर है का मेरे को ही बताओ भाई. किसके साथ खेलना है मेरे को?
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious.
I still have time to take it.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
अरे डरते क्या आने दे.
To keep things peaceful this time.
अरे आजा.
If it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind—
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sing—
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age?
Hey,
I
पहले से इस पे
decided
शक
that
था
a
भाई,
test
टाइम
was
पास
needed
वाला.
in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti,
Right.
and the Liyue Chising
To play role.
their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
अच्छा. टाइम
Indeed
पास
I
भाई
was.
कितना इसका.
The gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning.
The gynosis which I had kept on many years suddenly see.
That's
फायदा
right.
क्या?
Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
अच्छा.
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me, and it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Be that as it may. You've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, my agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scale, uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
What? So oh, come. There's only one real possibility. Fatui. Shh. Lower you.
You know that god.
Yes.
Say.
Now that you... I mean it all. Still, what's...
Forget
Time
it.
pass.
Guessing's...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars, gods and adepti rumors and hearsay abound on the streets, having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcements. So that's
जाने
how
का
they're
टाइम
spinning
हाँ हाँ
it.
ये same जाने का टाइम ये
Something feels off. Why
Speed
would they
running.
suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead?
वैसे भी टाइम पास है अभी
Zhongli said that. Did Zhongli exactly right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now.
मेन स्टोरी तो हो गया अभी ये टाइम पास ही है ये टाइम पास में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं ओहो लगा था यस
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? as we build a new age of prosperity.
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
Yes.
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
नहीं कुछ नहीं.
Whoa.
इसको देख रहा है प्राइस के चक्कर में. देख रहा है? इसकी नजर देख रहे हो?
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
ओह ये फर्स्ट टाइम कुछ तो बोला. फर्स्ट मतलब बहुत रेयरली कुछ तो बोला वो. बात नहीं करता भाई ऐसा.
If you were looking for someone, you could. Why, if you were looking for someone.
The cleanup of the premise.
Talk to people taking part in the right. भाई ये ले बात करता हूँ.
Perhaps.
ये कोपचे में खुद के ही समारोह में खड़ा हुआ है.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya Kia.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya Kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
You have been this way.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
जी भाई.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no
Wow.
wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make
It's time to
more
pull.
Mora as and when you wanted
Yes.
to,
Well, we were only spending Fatui money.
एक ही होगा.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhong. That is true. But there is no journey that does.
हो जा. Yes yes हो जा. इसके बाद करता हूँ. एक.
and continue our search for.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball.
बाल.
And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden shogun.
Shogun भाई मतलब Japanese style.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Japanese, let's go.
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
It's because of visions.
Oh, visions. हमारे पास तो नहीं है vision भाई.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with
Yes,
favor.
Japanese, yes.
This is what
अभी
visions
सुशीमा खेला था तो शोगन वगैरह.
magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
573 मेरे hi.
But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Hello.
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Hello.
The
Welcome
fact
to
that
stream,
even
bhai.
I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
There's nothing
well,
else.
Then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Okay. Done भाई. Done. वो अगले के लिए एडवेंचर रैंक 30. मैं अभी 29 पे हूँ शायद. Let's go. Act 3 completed, guys. खत्म. Strongly. लो भाई. कितना एडवेंचर? 29. हाँ 30 भी ऑलमोस्ट हो गए होने वाला है. ओह भाई अचीवमेंट देखो भाई, तो 2-3 विश हो सकते हैं लगता है. मे बी 2 कर सकता हूँ. लेट्स सी. रिक्वेस्ट वगैरह आ गए. जे टेम्पल राइजिंग. अच्छा एक्ट 1 का खुल गया. में कुछ आया. गाइड आई है. अरे एक ये मिल गया इंटरमीडिएट फेट. आज तो पुलिंग होगा. रुको. शॉप में जाके मे बी 2 आ सकते और 2 आ सकते. कमीशंस. हाँ कमीशंस करूँगा अभी. एक्सपायर कब होंगे वो बाकी है करना. वो ऑफ स्ट्रीम कर लूँगा मैं अभी पुल. लेट्स सी. Pioneer 3-star रेवेनबो. ठीक है भाई. जस्ट इमेजिन मिल रहा है ऑन स्ट्रीम. हो गए थे जस्ट न्यू भाई. मिल जाए ये लास्ट पुल पे मिल जाए भाई. प्रो डोंट पुल. अरे चलता है भाई. ओह 2 कुछ तो ना. चलो कुछ तो अच्छा मिल रहा है. छोड़ो. पुल 10 नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम पे पुल 10 करेंगे ना.
Today's no good for going out.
अभी तो टाइम पास था इसलिए पुल 1 किया. नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम पे अपन करेंगे पुल 10 करेंगे नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम पे.
Did I say that yesterday as well?
अभी करेंगे आराम से. चलो तो इसी नोट पे स्ट्रीम एंड करते. बाय बाय. थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग इन. अगला इनाजुमा खेलेंगे अपन लोग मस्त. डोंट वरी. अब थोड़ा ग्राइंड अच्छा टीम को स्ट्रेंथन करते आराम से. बाय.